I have been receiving the same questions time and time again. What are proficiency ranks? Why does that matter? What is expertise? Is it even worth upgrading? And what is it should I upgrade first? Do I just upgrade weapons? Do I upgrade my gear? And what skills would even be worth upgrading? So that's all the different answers or questions I'm going to answer in today's video, because this is going to be your full breakdown and guide to both proficiency ranks and the entire expertise system as a whole. We're going to break down how to make these items fully proficient. We're going to break down which items to upgrade first, which ones you should focus on, and which ones you should stay away from. So, without further ado, let's jump into your expertise 2025 guide. Here we go. What's going on, YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 video. So sit back, relax, grab that popcorn. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. But this is going to be a step-by-step guide on how to make your items fully proficient and expertise upgrade them, and why you should only expertise upgrade certain things in the game. So I hope you enjoy, and if so, hit the like. Here we go. Now, first up, let's talk about proficiency ranks, because when your item is fully proficient, you will have a shield with a star on it. And you can see that my mask, my chest piece, and my knee pads have that shield and star, but my gloves, my backpack, and my holster do not. You can also see that my primary and secondary weapon do have the shield with that star, but my sidearm doesn't. It has a shield with the number 12. So, what does this mean? On paper, this means that the items with the shield are fully proficient. It means that they can be upgraded if you have the right expertise levels. It also shows that the sidearm is not only fully proficient, but it is also upgraded 12 times. And it also shows that the backpack, the gloves, and the holster, none of these are fully proficient, and they need to be fully proficient before we can even upgrade them. So, let's first talk about making your item fully proficient. Starting with the holster. So right here, for example, I have the claws out holster. Now, this is not a fully proficient item. I do not really use the claws out that much at all. So here are one of, the last remaining named items that I need to make fully proficient. So to make this item fully proficient, what you do is you go to your expertise tab, okay? So you can click on your expertise tab, and each of these categories are all different items that you need to make fully proficient to increase your overall expertise level. So if you are only expertise level 2, you will only be able to upgrade your items to 2. If you are expertise level 25, you will then be able to upgrade your items all the way to 25. So on and so forth. So, to make these items fully proficient, we're going to start with the holster. So this is the claws out holster. Go back to the expertise, go down to holster, and here are your claws out. So the different ways of increasing this proficiency rank is to donate duplicates. So if you have duplicates, you can mark them as junk and then donate them, and that will automatically, increase your proficiency rank. Or you can put this item on and get kill XP. And every time you get a kill while wearing these holsters, these different items, you will then be able to increase your overall proficiency rank. However, what I highly recommend you do for every item you can is to donate materials. So you can see in the bottom center of your screen where it has the option donation materials. So if you click on that, it will show you this menu. Now, these are all different materials that you can donate, and it shows you all the different prices. Now, it is very costly if you're using like protective fabric or receiver components. It's even pretty costly if you use, steel or ceramics, things like that. But what I recommend you do is hyper focus on the printer filament. So the printer filament only costs 30 per upgrade. So if I click this, it takes away 30 and it increases my proficiency rank. And this little green bar shows you how high it's going to go up. Now, the thing about this is you have to do this 10 times. Okay? So going up 10 times, boom, now we're at rank 3. So that's roughly that is 300 printer filament per proficiency rank. So if you're at 0 and you want to get all the way up to fully proficient, that's 10 ranks, which would be 3,000 printer filament total. Now we do not have 3,000 total, so we would only probably be able to get to like maybe 6. So there's 5. There's 6. Yeah, we can get up to 7. Boom. All right. Now that's just by donating materials. So again, the 3 different ways of increasing your proficiency rank would be to either put on that item and get some kill XP, donate materials, mark them as junk and donate them through the expertise system, or donate materials. I would just do the materials. Don't do the donate duplicates, just do the materials, just period. There's no sense of wasting time with anything else. And then what I do after the printer filament is I try to just keep all of these even. So what the bottom one is 8,000. So what I would do is I'd get that one down close to 8,000, get that one close to 8,000, get this one close to 8,000, and then next thing you know, you're look at that, fully proficient. Hey. And now we can worry about expertise upgrading the item. So you can do this for weapons, skills, everything. So what's another one we can do here? Let's go to holsters, ammo dump. Okay, so again, you could just donate materials, donate duplicates, or get kill XP. All right, so that's the proficiency, right? Now let's talk about expertise upgrading, because you have different things to upgrade. You have your weapons, you have your specialization, you have your build, and you have your skills, right? Now, which ones to upgrade and why? Right off the bat, 100% upgrade your weapons. That is the top priority. If you learn only one thing from this video, just upgrade your weapons first. Those will immediately impact your build. It will make it better automatically. All you have to do is upgrade your weapons. You get that extra weapon damage. It just works hand in hand, and it's amazing. Okay? So if you have no materials and you just want to upgrade one thing, just go for your favorite weapon and upgrade it. Now I have 2 Lexingtons here, and this is going to be, my little guinea pig. So one of them I'm going to expertise upgrade, and the other one I am not. So let's go ahead and start. We have 2 Lexingtons here. One is flatline, one is preservation. I'm going to upgrade the flatline Lexington. So to expertise upgrade your item, you go to expertise, and you're going to go to that weapon or skill or what have you. So for example, we have the Lexington here. I go to assault rifle, scroll down to Lexington, and here, right there. And then it shows both of them because both of them are eligible for expertise upgrading. Now you can see that the requirements are exactly the same. The numbers are exactly the same. The only difference here is one is flatline and one is preservation. So in the bottom right of your corner, you can see the requirements to upgrade this item. And it says that if you have the requirements, you can upgrade this and increase the weapon damage by 1%. So one upgrade is 1% weapon damage. So for example, me being at expertise level 25, that means I can upgrade this 25 times and get 25% weapon damage, opposed to the other one that has no increase to weapon damage. Okay? So that's why you want to increase your weapons first before everything, because you want your weapons to hit as hard as they possibly can. Now, next up, you might say, yeah, but Kami, what about your skills, man? I use my skills a lot. Okay, well, only certain skills will that work. For example, if you are going for your sticky bomb, if you upgrade the burn sticky, it will upgrade the burn damage. The EMP sticky will increase the blast radius, and the explosive will increase the damage. So out of these three, the burn and the explosive are both amazing to upgrade, where the EMP sticky, blast radius, that doesn't really make or break the build. Going to the trap, you have your three different traps here. So you'd have your duration, your shock duration, and then your damage. But remember, the shrapnel trap got heavily nerfed, so you're not going to be able to, have as much fun with that shrapnel trap. So I would probably stay away from the trap completely. The decoy, I would only really increase this if you actually use the decoy. So, like, say if you're in the dark zone, or say you like to run solo, what have you, with a decoy, then by all means increase the decoy, because it does increase the threat, and that really does help you out. Highly recommend. As far as the pulse, the Achilles pulse will increase the overall damage. The Banshee pulse is only the disorient duration. The jammer is the radius of the jammer. The remote pulse is the radius of the pulse, and the scanner is the duration. So you can see how each of these skills, they're a little different, except for the turret. The turret, all the way across the board, it's all damage. So every time you upgrade those, you will just immediately increase the overall damage, which is amazing. As far as the hives, the artificer? The artificer hive. This one, when you upgrade it, it upgrades the efficiency for that tech, and that's amazing. By all means, upgrade that as fast as you possibly can. As far as the booster hive, again, upgrade this as well, because it increases the efficiency of the stem charge, and that's what you need. You need that extra, from the booster. The hive, not so much. All this is the duration of the hive, and this will not help you at all. The reviver hive, again, it only increases the range, and this is not going to help you at all. But then you go to the stinger hive, and this one increases the damage, and this one is amazing. So you can see how you really have to pick and choose which skills to upgrade and why. And then you go to your seeker mines, and they're all damage except for the mender, and that one's healing. All of these would be worth upgrading if you use them. As far as the firefly, though, yeah, it increases the damage, and yeah, this one increases the blind effect duration. But the firefly, again, is probably one of the least used skills in the game. Going to the chem launcher, it is damage for the oxidizer and the fire starter, which are both amazing. The ensnare health on the rive foam is pretty crazy. And then the reinforcer, all this is duration, and I do not recommend. Because you could spec into something else first, and then if you really need to and you have extra materials, then spec into it. Going down to the drone, all of these are really, all of these are worth it. Because you get extra blast damage from the bombs, you get extra damage reduction from the defender drone, which is amazing. You get extra duration for the fixer drone that's just constantly healing you. You get more striker damage, and you get more scan range with that pulse. Really good. For the shield, though, I would not recommend any of these. Do not increase your shield's regeneration. It doesn't matter. Just put on the Artificer Hive with it, and you're good to go. It'll heal itself. You really do not need to waste materials on that. And then finally, you have Smart Cover here. One gives you more bonus armor, while the other one just increases the duration. If I had to, choose between the two, I would only upgrade the Fortified Smart Cover because that actually impacts your build, where the duration is really not going to make or break your build. And that's, a quick little thing with the skills. As far as the specialization, all of these increase the weapon damage, so you can increase all of these. I don't really use all of them, but the TAC 50, maybe the demo, maybe the flamethrower. That's really about it. So the main focus needs to be your weapons. Now, yes, I am completely skipping the gear items and the brand sets and gear sets, and I'll talk about that here in a second. Let's get back to the weapons, because the weapons should be your main focus. Going back down to the Lexington, because this is our little example. All right, so both of these are fully proficient. Neither one of them are upgraded. I'm going to upgrade one of them, and I'll show you these requirements and how they change. They change about every 5 upgrades or so. And let me show you. So first up, it's just steel, ceramics, receiver components, what have you. But then as soon as you get up to 5, it'll switch it up. And there we go. So now it's only 2 of the 3 requirements. But then it would switch again if I had more receiver components. But alas, I do not. I need to farm some more. But you can see just right off the bat, I increased the overall base damage by almost 3k. Almost. So that is, that's what, roughly 4% increase overall, just based off of that. I mean, yeah, it does say a 6%, it's been upgraded 6 times, but just, I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. Maybe I'm getting tired. All right, so it's a 6% increase. I'm being stupid. And you can see the differences there. I mean, it's almost 3k. Not bad. Not bad at all. But you want to do the weapons first. Now, the reason why I am saying stay away from the gear items is because all it does is it increases a % of that armor on the item. So, for example here, on the mask, you can see in the top right of your screen under where it says gear set, right? Right underneath that, it says 80k armor. All right, you see that? If I go to the backpack, you can see in the top right of your screen, underneath where it says high end, it says 131k armor. For the gloves, top right of your screen, underneath where it says exotic, it says 80k armor. To the chest piece, underneath where it says gear set in the top right of your screen, it says 158k armor. Holster, underneath where it says high end, it says 112k armor. And finally, for the knee pads, underneath where it says high end, it also says 99k armor. So when you're increasing each of these items, it is only increasing that armor by 1%. So if you're increasing the mask, that's 1% of 80k. Backpack, that's 1% of 131k. So on and so forth. 1% of 158k, 1% of 80k. So just to show you how small this is, right? I am at, let me just show you for this build, I'm at 1,244,000. Okay? Let me upgrade my mask. So go down to Umbra. So I was at 1.244. All right, Umbra, mask. All right, we'll increase it. And then go back to my build. You can see there's the 1 for the upgrade. And now my armor is at 1.244. for 5. So that increased my armor by just under 1,000. And that's because that increased 1% of 80k. See there? And that's why upgrading your armor pieces is not as helpful at all as your weapons or your skills or even your specialization. I would actually upgrade everything else before you upgrade any of your gear items. Now, why do I have certain builds with expertise upgrades? Well, for example, here's this one. The reason I want this one upgraded is because I'm squishy. So if I expertise upgrade my items enough, I might be able to survive 1 or 2 more bullets. It's really that small, but it does make a difference. Or another reason would be for like an armor regeneration build. So say you have 100k armor regeneration, but you want like 105k. You could expertise upgrade your items, and because your armor is getting higher, then your armor regeneration would get higher as well, right? So that would be the only reason to really expertise upgrade your gear items. Besides armor regeneration build, the only other thing to do would just be weapons, skills, and your specialization. There you go. And that's really it. I mean, I just broke down the proficiency, how you upgrade those, either by kill XP, donating duplicates, or donating materials. And I just explained your expertise upgrades, how they work, and what exactly they upgrade. And hey, I even told you what to upgrade first and what to avoid. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. But that's it for me. I'm Kamikazevondoom. Take care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of your day. And hey, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.